We are here at Klein Constantia today to launch the Hilton Wild Spirit Wine list in Africa. And it's been amazing today to talk about sustainability in wine and what that truly means. And I just wanted to give a quick overview of our purpose at Under the Influence in terms of how we look to partner with drinks brands and what purpose and values we seek to find in overlapping with them. So we were very lucky to be exposed to the 4C concept right at the beginning of our journey in the wine business. And this was a concept that was created by Jochen Zeitz and linked up to wilderness safaris at the time. And the 4C concept, which we've adapted somewhat to wine, is quite simply conservation, culture, commerce, and community. And how do we find those overlaps in our wine brands? Well, the first one is quite simple. On the conservation side, we look to partner with wineries that have a conservation purpose. It could be farming sustainably, organically. It could be creating corridors in their farm for wildlife. It could be supporting a wildlife initiative. And for this, we've also looked for inspiration from the WWF in their wine initiative, where they've partnered with wineries who are farming sustainably in this regard. We then looked at community, wineries and brands that partner with their communities and look to reinvest in the communities that work on their farms or work near their farms through schools, through gainful employment and other initiatives to really support those communities. The other element is culture. And in the world of wine, we see culture as being linked to this French word terroir. Terroir being the wind, the rain, the soil, the climate in which those vines are grown. And then also the winemaking culture that is linked to that particular place. And we look to wineries to farm sustainably and to also make their wine linked to that terroir. So it's not just drinking a bottle that's maybe produced in a more mass-produced kind of way. It's drinking a place reflected in a glass. And then lastly, we look at the pillar of commerce. You can only have a sustainable winery if you have a commercially viable winery. So we need to look at brands that are commercially viable, where we can contribute to that commercial viability, but brands that are looking to build a long-term commercially viable business that impacts their environment, that impacts their communities, and thereby growing the sustainability pie for all parties. So that's a little bit about how we find our drinks partners, and we're extremely excited to be partnered with Hilton in rolling out this conservation-minded drinks list into Africa, where guests will be enjoying their glasses of wine, knowing that the purpose behind those wines is to reinvest in sustainable farming practices, conservation, and the ecosystem surrounding the Cape Winelands.